I said, you know what, yeah? Put it in my back. The epidural, put it in my back. I said, you know what, yeah? Put it in my back. The epidural, put it in my back. How was it for you? Because you were going through physical pain.
What point are you referring to? When you said yes to the epidural, you looked at me and I was like, yo, if you need it, get it.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, because like there's this notion where we had discussed it, and women face some type of backlash if you don't give birth the natural way, or if you do something outside of the expected process.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily backlash, but like it just looked at in a certain type of context within our cultural context, by the way. But yes,
I told her I'm willing to fight anybody. Like the amount of pain she was going through.
Yeah.
Please get whatever you need to get. So you looked at me. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
You go ahead and do what you need to do, and then they gave it to you.
Yeah, but the thing was, I needed to keep still. The contraction.
They need to find a better way to do that.
The way. And I feel like I have a high pain threshold, by the way. But I think it's because it was just the fact that I was being given the Pitocin. That just, it wasn't a gradual lead up. It just, the way I dug into this man's shoulders, I don't even know how you don't have scarring, because I needed to keep still. So he had to stand in front of me, and I know I dug into your shoulder for dear life so that I wouldn't move while they were putting the needle in.
And he kept saying, stay still, I wanted to shout at someone. I'm like, can you
like,
put this in?
Just do it, okay?
Just
like,
do it. Like,
because the contractions were coming they were coming too fast for me to only be 6 centimeters dilated. So anyways, I'm going to show the story. Epidural goes in. It all calms down. They're like, catch your breath, relax, such that your body naturally progresses and it'll be push time. So you're sleeping. I'm just chilling. I hear the fetal monitor. It's beeping and then it stops beeping. And I'm like, sorry. Is this a joke or something? Is this a joke? No, this must be a joke. So they get me, they try to flip me over, they turn me to the other side and turn me to the other side, and they're like checking and they're checking, and nothing is happening. And I'm like, but we didn't wake him up. I don't know why.
I don't know why too.
Then the heartbeat came back. That's probably what it was. The heartbeat came back and we're like, okay, cool. Everything's fine. No worries. It's all good. Then they call the OB on duty. She comes over and she's like, that's interesting. That shouldn't be happening. But everything is okay. Let's give it 30 minutes and see if it happens again. And then after which we can discuss next steps. So she goes. I'm looking at the time. Time is going by so slowly. It's like 20 minutes. Then at 25 minutes, it happens again. And I'm just like, what is going on with my baby?
Also,
again.
This time I'm awake, by the way.
Yeah, I think, at this point, they wake you up. And we're just like, what's going on with the baby? So she comes in and she was like, hey, you have a couple of options. One option is we wheel you into the OR for an emergency CS. My brain is already like, what in the birth plan is going on here? The second option is you wait for your body to just naturally, dilate, and then you push. But again, you run the risk of, we don't know what's going on with the baby. Is he in distress? Is it the position that he's in? Because again, they're trying to turn me different ways just so that if he's in a position that's causing him distress, then it would be alleviated by the turning. So, she goes out of the room. Our midwife talks to us again and says, hey, just make the best decision for you. There's no pressure to go in one direction or the other. Midwife leaves. Our doula is remaining. Doula is like, listen, you guys are the parents. Do whatever is best, right?
Yep.
And so what's going through your mind at this time?
We're not losing this baby. So in my mind, the moment the heartbeat starts going, like we're having that issue, I just start praying in my mind. Like, yeah, I already had a strong conviction that we're leaving the hospital with the baby. So regardless of whatever was going to happen, I knew the baby was coming home with us. So.
yeah, so I guess we decided, you know what, let's go for the emergency CS. Let's get him
we prayed
out
together,
yes.
and then
yes, we
decided.
prayed, had a peace about it, and so they wheeled me into the OR.
Yep.
They left him there.
Bro, they left me in the room. So they take her out of the room, and then someone comes back, and they're like, okay, Dad, we're going to come back for you. We have, an outfit that you need to wear. Then there's a process that you need to go through before you can go into the OR. So I'm like, okay, great. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm like, I start pacing the room. I'm like, who's supposed to come get me? And then the nurse walks by the room. I'm like, I ask her, I'm like, where's the OR? I'm looking for my wife. She's like, just calm down. Someone will come get you. And then 2 seconds later, I think someone else came, gave me the outfit to wear, and then told me to sit. Took me to a different room and told me to sit down in front of a door. And then left me there again. But that wasn't as long as the initial time.
Yeah.
And then they came to get me to the OR.
Meanwhile, I was getting prepped for surgery, right? So, they were doing all the things, making sure that the IVs were hooked correctly. And then I think there was a point where they had made a mistake with the IV. Long story short, everything was cool. It was fine. All I was thinking though is my baby okay? There is no fetal heart monitor right now. Is the baby okay? How do you know, is my baby okay? How do you know that my baby is okay? You're not checked. How do you know my baby? They're just like, everything's gonna be fine. But again, this is also the difference between a midwife and an OB, because now I've gone into OB care, and my midwife was there, she was present, but now I'm under OB care. And there's a difference. That's all I have to say about that. They weren't as attentive as I needed them to be in that moment. But long and short of the story, I was there, and they started having the shakes. If you've ever been in this situation, y'all know about the shakes. Like, your body uncontrollably starts shaking and you can't control it. And your mind is telling your body to stop, and you're trying, but physically you can't, because from here down here. Anyways, you eventually come into the room. They're doing what they're doing, and all I hear is, and I'm like, he's hungry. Someone help the child, he's hungry. But that's essentially how our son came into the world.
Yes, he did.
It was dramatic. It was intense. I felt like I went through all the different stages of labor and delivery and ended up with an emergency C-section in the end, which was completely different than our birth plan. So this is a conversation to anyone. You have your birth plan, but be open for it to change, to, be different than what you initially anticipated. But he came, and he was healthy and happy, and we were happy. It was a great day. It was challenging, but he came, and we are very glad that he did.
100%.
Yeah. So thanks for being on my channel. You might see his face again. I don't know. For those of you who are waiting on our podcast episodes to come back, send him a DM. We got you guys. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.